Hello, 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 friends. Look at this. It's live at the Loom. Woohoo! Take one. We only need one. It's live. How are you, my friends? What is happening? Boy, you have showed up on the perfect day because we have a surprise guest. Yes, I'll let you in on a little secret. It's Carol. Carol's going to stop by and give us a little surprise. So you have come at the right time. So let me know. How are you? Just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! We embark on whatever kind of shenanigans we can get up to every Thursday and invite people from Weavers, friends from all over the world to join us. Come on over, hang with us. Speaking of, please give a huge thank you to Lori, our gatekeeper, who is in the background, mostly trying to, help me stay on target. That is typically her job. Come on, Chris, come back. She tries every week, but we carry on. It's all good. I know she's the best. She's like, what can I do? Yeah. Yeah, Brittany says, Carol. I know, right? We're so excited she's here. Okay, let me say some hellos. Connie Peterson was in at almost an hour early, and then Brittany was right there with her. Is that right? I love it. Welcome, beautiful people. Connie, Brittany, Jennifer was here at 8:41. That's amazing. I love that. I love that the whole early birds thing is taken off. Yes, Jennifer leading the charge for the early birds. She and Brittany and Connie. I love it. Ernie was on at 9 o'clock. Hello, Ernie, my friend. How are you? Where are you today, Ernie? Did you say that in the comments? I'll get to it. There we go. Hello, Anne. And Donna is here. Woo! Let's see. Who else is on? Oh, Priscilla's here. Hello, Priscilla. Are we being quiet because you're at work? If you need a note, just let me know. Say, my friend Chris said I had to attend Live at the Loom. You know I'd do it. It may not carry any weight whatsoever at your sweet little school, but I would write you a note anytime. Okay. Ernie says he's in Flagstaff. Okay. He's at home. I've been spending every day this week weaving on my disaster project, which is actually going quite well. Hey, isn't that interesting when a project kind of turns itself around when it's like all the evidence leading up to it's like, nope, it's not great. I don't love it. And then you get into a groove. You're like, oh, hold please. Wait. Maybe I do like this. Ernie, I'm glad to hear that. That makes it more fun to get to the end, right? Instead of like suffering through every pass of the shuttle, right? Yeah. Carrie is on, woohoo, all the way from Spain. Oh, Christy Lofton is here. Hello. Cindy is on from the beautiful Prince Edward Island. Sue Ann Sullivan. Look at all the pretty faces. Nikki is here. We love this. Look at all the beautiful people. See, who else did I see who snuck in? I saw, Sam is on. Sam is here. Who else? Who is at Buster McPhee? Who is that? Hello. Oh, Ruth is here. She says, just in time. I can't do early bird stuff with the littles underfoot. That is, I understand. My friend. Whenever you show up, that is right on time for us. Don't you worry. Yes. Oh, it's Sandy. Oh, hi, Sandy. I know they changed the little things, right? The little tags. I can't think of the word. It's Sandy. I got you. Hi, Sandy. All right, friends, tell me how you are. How was your week? What is happening where you are? Are you all caught up in the holiday craziness? I will admit, I haven't bought anything yet. Haven't decorated. Now, not that I don't decorate. I'll be honest. I do not decorate. I have a sweet little tree that is outfitted with a whole series of ornaments from Kathy Rust, which makes me so happy. It makes me smile. She crocheted a whole bunch of ornaments and sent them to me, which are so sweet. They're so sweet. So I have it's a little like tabletop tree that I'll put up, whatever. But, it's just me in the house. And all the neighbors put up a million lights, and they got the colors, and they got the Grinch walking across the house. The whole neighborhood is, I probably look like the Grinchiest house then, because I'm the only one that doesn't have lights. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. So tell me, where are you in all of the holiday mayhem? However you celebrate, what has been happening with you? Are you doing all the shopping, all the decorating, all the baking? Ooh, I do love some baking. I gotta be honest. I do love baking this time of year. So, yes, Lori says, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for the non-decorating Chris. Yes, I love the holidays. They just go by so fast, and we don't have little ones that come here, so it's not quite the same. It's different when you got I don't know. I promise I'm not Grinchy. I like this time of year. I play holiday music. I just don't really decorate. Isn't that funny? Yeah, Connie said she had a fantastic week. I love that enthusiasm. I have finished placemats and a wall hanging. Going to wrap and mail the placemats tomorrow. Halfway through the read for the wine bottle bags. Connie, wine bottle bags. You are brilliant. Why have I never thought of that? You could weave wine bottle bags. I feel like my, the ground underneath me is just shifted. Wine bottle bags. That's brilliant. Of course we can weave that. That's such a fun idea. I love that. Christy says, tablet battery fully charged. Lost at the end of study hall the other day. Yes. Okay, so we had study hall this week on Tuesday. And we made it through like the whole hour. And at the end, I was like, Christy, how'd it go? And she's like, I am about to lose all the battery. And so it was just, technology. Technology is a constant. We're constantly like negotiating with technology, aren't we? If I lean just 11 degrees to the left, will the microphone come back on? You know how this goes, right? We've all been there. Let's see. Ruth says, we don't decorate until Christmas Eve. Okay. We're Catholic and really focus on Advent. Oh, nice. Before Christmas Day, and then celebrate the season of Christmas until early February. Woo, very nice. That's a nice way to do it. So Advent, are you guys lighting the candles then? Are you doing is it pink and purple? Is that right, Ruth? Oh, cool. Brittany says she's getting ready for winter in Florida more than getting ready for Christmas. I hear you. Yes. Yeah. We'll raise a glass to you, Brittany. Let's drink some wine. Yeah. Ernie says, my helpers are my two grand cats. Nice. Winding bobbins can be a challenge. One of them likes to climb onto the warp at the back of the loom. Oh, maybe not so helpful. Cute, but maybe not so helpful, huh? That's not. Sue Ann's, she's feeling pretty ready. Okay. All the presents for the kids and grandkids are wrapped under the tree. Congratulations. Now, happily planning, baking, and holiday cooking, and creating a massive grocery shopping list. I know, Sue Ann. If you lived any closer, I'd come over and bake with you. Wouldn't that be fun? I have a really great molasses cookie recipe. Oh, come on, molasses cookies? Here's what I learned the first time I did them, though, is that I was not I don't know that I'd say I'm a brilliant baker, but I love to do it. So with the first time I made them, I didn't really understand all the ins and outs of, this kind of cookie. And so I kept looking in the oven. I'm like, oh, they're too squishy. So I waited till they looked done in the oven and they came out, and friends, they were hockey pucks. You could have taken a hockey stick and played. I mean, they were rock solid. So I was like, oh, now I understand why the instructions say to pull them out like 3 minutes earlier than what I did. Because I kept looking, thinking, that can't be right. It says like 8 to 10 minutes. They're not done. Now I get it. See, I'll get it. Yeah. Connie suggested maybe you could put a sheet or blanket on the back of the loom to keep the cast from tangling the warp. Oh, that's a possibility. I like that. Absolutely. Priscilla says, lights are on the house. Tree is up. 90% of the gifts are purchased, and now for wrapping. Oh, you're in good shape, sister. That is, you're in much better shape than most of us. That's for sure. Carrie says the wine bottles wouldn't be in the bag long enough for Uh-huh. Yep. Connie says, all my boys love wine, so they are for them. Yes, I looked them up on Etsy for measurements and downloaded a pattern, which I'm willing to share. Connie, would you share? That would be amazing. Thank you, my friend. Wine bottle bags. That's brilliant. Ooh, Sam finally got the October Weave Along 2.0 tied on correctly with 5/2 mercerized cotton. Brava, Sam. Woohoo! Love that. Carol says, no one out there to see decorations but the cows and chickens, and they are moved by the effort. Ha ha! Gold star for Carol. See, we have the cleverest people. That is for sure. Sue Ann says, currently crocheting cute little Christmas wreath coasters. Aw, sweet. That sounds awesome. Love that. Ruth says, we have our Advent wreath and have a nativity scene where Mary and Joseph travel around the house. Oh, that's fun. It's kind of like the, what's the elf on the shelf? Until Christmas, when baby Jesus magically appears in the manger overnight. Oh, what a sweet tradition. I love that. Yeah. Ruth says molasses crinkles. I don't know if they're technically, are they considered crinkle cookies? I don't know. They're darn good. Let me just tell you, they're darn good. Yes. Okay. I'll send you my molasses. I have no problem with that. It's yeah. Here's what's fun is that it makes a huge amount of cookies. So you can slice it in half and leave it in the freezer. Freezer or fridge? I don't remember. I'll look it up. I'll get it to you guys. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, Carol. Like the old Archway molasses cookies. Yes. Yes. You get me. That's yeah. Mm-hmm. So good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, Tamison's on. Hi, Tamison. You're not late. You're right on time. We're waiting for you. Don't you worry. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you see this, Carol? Carol deserves 1,000,000 gold stars. That's exactly right. I agree. She's so clever. Not moved. She's so clever. See? Okay. Tamison says, I am deep in handwoven shoelaces. Okay, you guys make the coolest stuff. Wait, you're making shoelaces? 8 pairs in, 1 to go. Tamison, we need to know more about how to make shoelaces. Are they flat? Are they round? What? Shoelaces? Y'all are amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see? You have changed all of us. Christy says, love the wine bottle bag concept. Maybe add it to the list. Add it to the lineup, Christy. See, Connie, look what you've done. Uh-huh. Brittany says, anyone else having trouble with buffering? Oh, I'm okay on my end. You guys let me know. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll share recipes. Yes. Yeah. Cindy says minimal decorating here. Okay. No baking as I leave that to my daughter-in-laws. Presents just for the grands. Very nice. You guys sound like you're in great shape. This sounds like you are ready. Okay, friends. I think it's time. I think we bring Carol on and we let her reveal her amazing surprise. Are you ready? Carol. Dun, da, 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 there she is. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Okay, tell us a surprise.
It's official. She's been registered. She's been accepted. She's been woven, and her sample goes to the UK this afternoon in the afternoon mail. She's done. It's it. This is the Warped Weavers Acton Creative Community tartan. It's official.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
So okay. The colors aren't doing justice on the screen.
Screen doesn't do justice.
I'll post. Yep. I will post the thread count on Facebook later today. I will post color suggestions at about 9 different or 10 different thread companies or yarn companies. So you can at least get an idea. Pick your own, pick your size, pick your own, whatever your loom does. That's what you do. There's basic rules, but that's it. It's all up to what you do and what your loom does. So
that's fantastic. Okay, yep. So for anyone who isn't keeping up with this, tell us how this came to be. How did this come about?
I don't know how we got the chat on the side of the screen during Live at the Loom is a dangerous thing. And once my OCD brain grabs onto an idea, it doesn't let it go. I don't sleep. And I was like, well, why don't we have one? I do tartans for every other corporate or business or wedding or whatever. Why don't we have one?
Yeah.
So I went back and I thought, well, what colors do we need to go? We should have a public vote. And I was like, well, everybody mentions, Chris has her red lipstick. And so I was like, well, she mostly wears fall colors. And I went back and watched crazy amount of Live at the Looms and took note of what you wore.
It's terrifying.
And I kind of put those into a palette that worked well together. And we put it up to a vote. And based on what colors got the biggest majority of the vote is in descending order is the color amount that went into the tartan. And I came up with several different tartans. My husband voted on the original 12. He
Nice.
narrowed it down to 3.
Thank you, husband.
Yeah. And then I put those 3 online and the community narrowed it down to this one. And if you still want to do one of the other ones, that's just a plaid, not a tartan, just a plaid. I will give you the numbers for the plaids as well. If you preferred number 1 instead of 3, I'll give you those numbers for that plaid. But this is the official one. And the screen does not do it justice. So this is actually a sash. So, or it's a short scarf. You wear it on one shoulder. You don't tie it. So
okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay, so Carol, so you were saying that this is something that what are kind of the guidelines for what we can do with it, how we can use it? Will you go with us?
So I registered at absolutely no restrictions.
Okay, fantastic.
There are no restrictions. If you want to take the colorway and take the thread count and make your own tartan piece, and you want to make it into fabric for hats or bags or whatever, and even if you want to make something out of it and sell it, go for it. If you want to take the actual, just the image that's online, or weave it and make your own image, you can use that for digital. You can use the digital image. There are no restrictions on it whatsoever, except you must use the same number of threads. You must use the same colors of thread in the correct number and in the correct order. That's what makes it a tartan. It's a fingerprint and it is copyrighted, but I put no restrictions on it. So anybody can wear it. Anybody can use the pattern. You can sell it. You can do whatever you want with it. So
nice.
Have at it, because it's our community tartan.
I love that.
No restrictions.
You know what? Just to inform us, I know Ernie had a good question. He asked Carol, what makes it a tartan instead of a plaid? What's the difference?
The difference is a tartan is think of it as a copyrighted piece of fabric. Okay. This exact number, it's a fingerprint. There is the color and number of these threads in this order exists nowhere else.
Love it.
And I mean, I hold the design. So if you do use it, just wave at me and say, hey, yeah, look, I used it. It's pretty, and give me credit, but no payment. But it's a fingerprint. It is a copyrighted in the books, in the royal books in Scotland. Chris, your name is in the book in Scotland forever.
Wow.
I will put the link so that you can read the description of what it represents in Facebook. But that's what makes it not a plaid. All thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs.
Got it.
And not all, yes, all tartans are plaids, but not all plaids are tartans. That's what makes it a tartan.
Yes. We had a question about what's the pin? What do you have? How do you have it attached?
It's a lovely brooch that goes with the shawl that goes in the mail this afternoon to somewhere in some cold place where you go Purdue. Mm-hmm. So it's going somewhere else today.
It's going somewhere. It's going somewhere.
If she can address the envelope correctly this time.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. You know what? You had it addressed correctly. It just, that was, yes. Yeah. Lots of comments. What's that?
It's just a pin.
Just a pin. Yes.
Just
yeah.
Pin.
We had lots of comments saying that was just record speed.
It was
so fast.
Yeah, it was. Under 2 weeks from registry to woven to out the door. Yeah. My other record is one that was already, it wasn't registered yet, but it was a sample of one that they wanted to register. Yes. And I wove that in 3 days from warp to off the womb. And that was never again. Mm-mm.
Wow. No. Wow. Excellent.
But this 2 weeks is a record during the holiday season. Yes.
Yes. Well, and tell the group, you were talking about your friend who makes, you say she makes?
She's a kilt maker.
Kilt maker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell you, share with the group what you were talking about there.
She used to live here. She moved to North Carolina. So congratulations, North Carolina.
Oh, they
She's
got another good
amazing.
one.
We share things back and forth all the time on, oh, look at this one somebody designed. This one's a nightmare and this one's pretty. And so I sent her mine because sometimes I'll send them before I get them registered just to make sure I'm on point with the design.
Sure.
And yeah, so this one I actually did not do that with. And I sent her the image of this one and the woven image of this one. I said, this is the latest one. She goes, oh my God, that one's gorgeous. She goes, those colors. She goes, is that a plum or a purple? I said, it's a lighter plum, but it's plum. And she loved it because the colors can be fall or they can be spring. And that's really uncommon. They're feminine, but they're masculine. And, like a lot of brides look for that because they don't want to wear, they want their dresses and their bridesmaids to go with the grooms, and the grooms have picked something that's might as well wear combat boots with it kind of stuff. She was thrilled because the set's nice. So if you box to the set and box to the stripe or to the set, it just works out really pretty. So depending on how you pleat it, you can make it look like a continuous tartan all the way around, or if you box it to the set, you can change the color of it. So you can like make the red and yellow stripe more prominent, or you can make hide those by hiding them in the pleat and it looks all purple.
Oh,
so
well,
yeah, she loved it too. So that's always a good sign when the people that make the clothing like the fabric.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When I will absolutely coordinate, and I want to make sure I have it up on the website. We'll have it on the membership. We'll have it everywhere. We'll have it in the Facebook group. We'll do it all the places so that everyone has access to it. Since this is our tartan friends, we have a tartan. How freaking cool is that? That is really that.
And it's very different to weave. So I will be around for any and all questions because it is not a simple like what you guys are used to with a draft.
Yeah.
There's no need for one. We map things.
Okay.
And there's a little twitch to it because tartan fabric is actually a split mirror. So with the thread count. So it's actually very easy once you know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, please ask because I will make a video short on how to do it.
I was going to say, it sounds like that'd be a great kind of just a little educational video for us, just a little something. Yeah. How do we do this? That's awesome.
It's very easy. It's just different because when you're, you know what your drafts look like.
Yes.
Ignore this side, but this is all you need. The thread count.
Oh, I love it.
That's it. And that goes on a piece of tape somewhere that you can see it while you're weaving.
Yeah. So, fantastic. Now, Carol, do you weave it? Is it a 2-2 twill or how do you weave it? What's the pattern?
Traditionally, it is a 2-2 twill. 1-2, 2-3, 3-4, 1-4.
Got it.
It's an even twill, but if you're doing something personal and you've got a rigid heddle, or you could absolutely do a tartan plaid for a scarf or a hat or whatever you want in plain weave, as long as you keep the colors and the number of threads in order like you're supposed to. Plain weave's fine. Yeah, so you can do this.
I don't think I realized that. I thought you had to weave it a certain way too, but you're like, no, as long as the colors has to be this order of colors. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you can't sell it. You can't sell it for kilt fabric as a plain weave because it wouldn't hold up.
Oh, sure, wouldn't be strong enough.
But if you're doing it for scarves or wine bottle holders or whatever else, plain weave's fine. Yeah, because it's the specific plaid order in the tartan that's important.
That makes it Mm-hmm. Carrie asked about if I can't get the actual yarns, can I use the closest hues I can find? How does that work with the colors?
Absolutely. Yeah. You can't change plum to orange and you can't change yellow to, Chief's red just to suit you have to stay with the spirit of the colors. And like I said, I went across, I think 8 or 9 or 10 different colors. Mm-hmm. If you start in your brain with the thought of a fall plum color, not Barney grape, not dinosaur grape.
Right. No.
Plum. And go with something a little lighter for the heather and go with a green that goes with that and a yellow that goes with that and a red that goes with that. And then a creamy white, you're dead on. Nice. But I gave you I'll give you lots of examples today. Yeah. So if you go to Michael's or Joanne, or not Joanne's. No, sadly. We miss you, Joanne's.
I know. Hobby Lobby.
If you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I put on there so you can see.
Oh, beautiful.
What the colors are.
Yes.
If that's your, if you like the chunkier yarns, the number 4 yarns, the worsteds, DKs, but otherwise I've got all the online stuff. Maurice Broussard, Shetland from Harris Davis. I've got Mayville, 8-4.
Love it.
Mayville. I've got several. So if you want to go teeny tiny, I've got teeny tiny. I did the work for you there. So, but if you can't find any of that where you are, think that range of colors, and you'll be fine. No, there's no tartan police that's going to come out and get you. None of that.
None of that. From Scotland, they're going to come over and watch.
No.
People already have great ideas. Connie's like, I think I'm going to weave a lap blanket. That's what she's thinking, which would be nice. Lori's thinking a kilt with leather straps.
Yeah, that's nice.
Should be very.
And her combat boots.
Right, and her combat boots, of course it'd be. Yes, yeah. Brittany made the comment. I think I love lavender and wouldn't put together with those colors, but really like them together.
They are beautiful.
Yeah, Carrie is thinking a skirt. Yeah, that'd be beautiful. Yeah. See, and remind us exactly what the official name is, please, Carol.
It's Warped Weavers, Acton Creative Community.
Love it. That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh, Liz popped in. She's like, woohoo, I'm here in time to see Carol on the tartan. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I saw somebody mention, is it Priscilla? I can't read that far away. Yeah. Jody did Cotton Clouds she's interested. So
good.
Yeah, so maybe we can, nothing on my part except to say, those are the right colors. I don't make any money from this. I'm not.
Right.
It's her project. There's unless there's like a kit she wants to put together.
Yeah.
That's not my brainchild.
But if she can pull together, she has so much of like the 8-2, they would have all the colors we would need, like that kind of, that would be amazing.
And that falls under that no restrictions. If any company wants to do that, Godspeed.
Absolutely can. Yeah, that's amazing. How cool. Well, Carol, this is just incredible. Thank you so much. You've been so generous with your time and energy and creativity. That's incredible. Thank you for spearheading all this. We will definitely, like I said, we'll coordinate. So I'll make sure everyone has access to the information about how to do it. And if you happen to put together a video about, how to approach a tartan, that would be incredible. We'll pair that all up together so that people can have a whole little package on how to make that for themselves. Amazing. Thank you so much, my friend.
My pleasure.
That's really, really
pleasure. It's my thank you to you and to the rest of the community for you having us and the friendship and the time and just the shared everything. So it's my gift to you. So
that's a huge gift. Yes.
Thank you and to you.
Love that. Yes, exactly. Yes. Mwah. Thank you so much, my friend.
Bye.
Okay. Can you believe that? What? So cool. That's really remarkable. Love that. Thank you. I cannot wait to do it. I'm just so excited. As I was looking, I was like, well, I'm wearing some of those colors today. Some of those are in. I got the little gold color and that's clearly I am a predictable person. Lori says, do a weave along for this. Oh, weave along. Okay, maybe. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? That would be really cool. Lori's in the background like, yes. Because, to Carol's point, could be plain weave, could be twill, but we'd all, yes. Okay. All right. That's a pretty good idea. Ooh, Ruth says a girly cut peacoat in this fabric would be stunning. Oh, yes. That would be gorgeous. Absolutely. I know, right? Lori says, hit the like and subscribe button to show Carol some tartan love. Carol deserves all the tartan love. That's remarkable. I love it. It's just, that's so cool. Okay, friends. All right. What else do we have to talk about? How are your projects going? I know some of you have chimed in to tell us how things are shaking in your world, but let me know what you got, friends. What's happening? What's on your loom? Maybe a future tartan? We are going to do it. I can't wait. I think it's gorgeous. I cannot wait to do it myself. And I will be absolutely finding some yarn in the very near future. I'll probably be like, Jody, fix me up. Fix me up, darling. That'd be awesome. Okay. What's happening? By the way, last week I alluded to the fact that back in the day when I was doing art fairs and markets and all the things, that I would make big bolts of fabric and use some very fat wefts to go with. So Carol, of course, had to been like, show us the fabric. So I do have a little show and tell for us because that curtain project is still hanging on. Friends, it is still hanging on. Look at that sucker. It is still, I have 1 week, friends. The countdown clock is going. I have 1 week to wrap up the curtain project before we have our December Online Weavers Guild meeting coming up next Thursday. I'm going to put that right there. I got 1 week. 1 week. Wish me luck. We'll see. I've been working on it. It's been going. I have progress. However, I have to finish weaving it, get it off the loom. I think, who was it? Someone had the brilliant ideas instead of trying to do some kind of a wet finish in a washer dryer or whatever to actually steam it. I think that's a good idea. I think I may try that. But then I have to work with Dinah or Joyce, one of the seamstresses, to be like, okay, how do I actually make these into curtains? Because friends, I didn't actually think that far. I designed the beautiful loosely woven Danish medallions fabric, and then I said, well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure the curtain part out. Does that make some of you break out in hives? Are some of you like, whoa? I know some of you, my planners in the group. Hello, Shirley. Shirley's like, oh, the 1 week challenge. Yes, Shirley, we're on a clock, my friend. We got to get it done. We got to get her done. All right. Yeah, Ruth suggested hem it and add curtain rings with clips. Easy to take down and wash. That's a good idea. Yes. All right. I love this. Connie's already planning. She says, I'm going to put the tartan on Flora. I have more Christmas warp on Kelda to make into small towels. I have still nothing on Ilya. I have a rug on Matilda and a blanket on Auguste. Connie, I love the list. I love the whole kind of laundry list. Here are all my children and what projects are on them. Yeah. Uh-oh. What? Brittany, there was an incident with changing a blade and I sliced my finger, so activities are limited. Okay, Brittany, let's review the first rule of life. No trips to the ER if we can help it at all possible, darling. Please take care of you. Please. Whew. Tamsin says I'm guessing it's supposed to be rug looms. Because if you have a bug loom, we need to know more. They're empty, but I have shoelaces on 2 small ankle looms and Becca, so many shoelaces. That's amazing. We need to know more about shoelaces. I'm intrigued. Boy, today's been such a good day for, we got the wine bottle bags and we got shoelaces. Amazing. Lori says, I am still on my Enigma overshot. Nice. Just received a new secondhand knitting machine today. Woohoo! Yay! So happy about that. That is amazing. Carrie says, my looms are empty. It's nearly year end. I like to have no outstanding projects by January 1st. Wow. Look at you, friend. She's like, here is the rule. I like it. Priscilla says, so slow. Get the next warp in my custom order tied on, but the elves keep me distracted, so not much time for weaving this time of year. I understand. Yes. We know you have energetic little elves in your area. Shirley, she says, thank goodness for study hall. Finally got some progress on my dishcloths. You know what? Study hall becomes a great way to tackle that thing that you've been putting off. Annette, like, okay, I can focus for 45 minutes. I can do it. And just as a little note, friends, study hall is available to anyone at any of the paid levels, paid tiers. You can just come on over. in the new year, we're going to do the 2 Tuesdays a month, but we're going to have it both in the afternoon because our audience was like, great, we don't need an evening one. And my European friends were very happy that we're going to have it earlier. So they don't have to set an alarm and get up at dark 30. That was, yeah. Connie says, I have more work from the wall hanging that might be waffle weave washcloths. Ooh, yes, please. Waffle weave washcloths. Say that 5 times fast. I like it. Okay, friends, let's do a little show and tell. Oh, by the way, oh yes, thank you, Christy Lofton. This week's Handwoven Experience episode was a little experiment with unmercerized and mercerized cotton. And friends, your comments have been fantastic about this particular topic because I'll be honest, I don't work with mercerized much versus I know our friend Carol talks about how she works with it a lot. And so I had certain kind of preconceived notions in my head about how this would go. And there were some surprises. It was really fun, I got to say. And I think that in the future, I would play with both together again. I think I'd do it a little differently next time. But at the end of the day, it was very fun to see your comments and what your experience has been with using both an untreated cotton and a treated cotton. And that was very cool. And it was just fun to play scientist for a little bit. That was fun. So we're going to do a little more of that in the future. I thought that was, yeah. Brittany says, not so bad for the ER, but enough to be in the way. Keep me away from sharp objects. Yes. Okay, friends, let me do a little show and tell. We're doing good on time, right? We got time. Let me do a little show and tell. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Here's where Chris didn't think this through. Let me just, let's see. Okay. I'm up. Hold, please. Hold, please, while we reset the scene. Okay. So here is, oh my God, it's so heavy. Okay. So, back in the day, friends, when I was doing art fairs and markets, I would make, fabric, a whole bunch of fabric for handbags. I did messenger bags, I did clutches, I did wallets. Eventually I got into towels and pillows and whatever. But my bread and butter for the longest time was a series of bags from small, like a little wallet size, to like a big crossbody that's I don't know, 11 by 14, somewhere in there, with a big old heavy duty strap kind of thing. Anyways, so when I was really like doing all the events all the time, I was like, this is crazy. I need to, once a month, I need to make a big old bolt of fabric so I have it ready and I can just plan to make bags from it. So here's what that would look like. Let's see, my warping board is maybe a 13 yard. Does that sound right? Does that sound standard? I think it's a shacked. Anyways, let's say 13 yards. That's how much I can measure on there if I use like every single peg. And so I would just load up the whole thing. I would pick a set of colors that I liked, whatever I was in the mood for. And then what was so fun for me is that I would change the weft a little at a time as I went through the whole bolt of fabric, that makes me so fun. I'm a color person. So that was the joy of it, was to pick a set of colors to start with, and then little by little change the weft colors as I went through the project. So fun. Okay, so by the way, here's what's coming. Here's what you can see as I unroll it. See the whole big thing? Now, here are things that I did not worry about. I did not worry about any kind of wet finishing for this kind of thing because I was like, it's a handbag. We're going to fit. I'm going to take it to dry cleaners. So I'm not going to worry. Like, I never did any kind of stressing over any kind of wet finishing. That was part of the joy, because then I could go into my shelves and I could pick out whatever yarns I wanted because of texture, because of color, whatever it was, and I could just go to town because I knew I didn't have to worry about putting it in the washer and dryer. So that was part of the thing. The other part was that I didn't worry about having a particularly tight weave to it, just because we were going to be, we used like a iron-on interfacing, and the way it was sewn, it was all going to hold up together. So this particular one, what does this say? This is, it's a smaller one. This is like 7 yards. Would that be, I bet some of them were bigger than this. Okay, so let me see if I can unroll this. This could be a test of all of my coordination, friends, but we'll do what we can. Okay, so here's, first of all, let's do a little, okay. So here is the, here are the colors I started with. I got some browns. Oh my God, would you look at that? Okay, what color is this? Plum. Just like in our tartan, I'm a predictable weaver. A little lighter color, some brown, some rusty kind of colors. Clearly. Okay, so here's how we start, right? Now, you can see true to form. I like to always have more. How many colors can I put in the warp? Pretty much. You know this is on brand for me. So then the fun part is just that what kind of weft, what kind of combination of weft am I using to make the fabric kind of look like this? So here's what you should know. My weft is never, in this kind of project, it's never one yarn. It's always like 3, 4, 5, but it could be a lot of little ones. So which I love this because I think the fabric shows so much movement. Then you get like just a little glimpse of this, and then looks a little darker over here, a little lighter there. Like I think that is the coolest thing. Weaving tends to be so kind of linear and boxy. It can be very geometric, and I like that kind of unexpected kind of the movement to it. So here we go. All right, so here's I don't know if this is where I started or this is the end, but we'll go through, we'll unravel it so you can see my progression, if you will. So a little lighter. See, it's a little lighter here. Oof. This is a workout, friends. Okay, here, I'm gonna tip it down so you can see a little. Maybe. This is, if there's ever need any evidence that I'm not very coordinated. Okay, so here we go. Oh, see, here we go. So I changed the colors a little bit there. Gradually, we're changing the colors. See, purples. Boy, I am predictable. Okay. Oh, ooh, look at this section. Okay, so then add a little more kind of a white, probably kind of a slubby kind of yarn in there. Right? This totally feeds into our tartan. That is wild. Okay, so then, ooh, check this out. This is a little bit lighter, a little browner, right? Somewhere in there. Okay, as we carrying on. Even lighter. Look at that. That looks very different than the beginning, doesn't it? Fun. Okay, as we get, see, now we're into like, this is almost like a light brown now versus we started off that really dark colors. Even lighter. Look at that. See, that's so fun. It looks so different. And basically when I went to go actually weave or sew the bags, I didn't care about when the colors changed. I'd be like, just every so many inches, cut the bag, sew it from there. So in the beginning, look how light that is in the beginning. And that's how we started right there at the beginning. So here, I don't know if I can find the other end. Hold please. Let me see if I can find the other end just for comparison. Okay, so here's where we started here, and here's where we ended. This was so one bolt of fabric then created all those different variations just by changing the weft. And you can see, let me see if I can get you a good spot here. So here's, talk about chunky wefts here, friends. Look at this. So like I said, the weft is like multiple yarns all pulled together. So different textures, different colors, different sizes. I tend to like a really chunky one next to like a really tiny one, because that really tiny one's going to kind of wiggle around like a little snake in the fabric. So you get some of the, now you can see, I also did, as I was treadling it, it looks like I had a little something here where I did, could have been more like a basket weave versus a plain weave. It's almost all plain weave though, honestly, which is so fun. I think that it just shows that you can do so much with just plain weave. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think I can get back to my chair now. Okay, so anyways, so I just wanted to share that with you guys as a little kind of show and tell. I never quite know what, you never know what ideas will catch, and you're like, oh, that never thought of it that way. There's no wrong way to do it, friends. Not really. It's just a matter of what your end goal is. So Carrie says, one day I aspire to do that. There we go. Okay. Brittany asked, how did you get the weft yarn to break up so it doesn't go all the way across? How did I get it to break up? They all went all the way across. Yeah, I would always stop them. I never stopped the weft in the middle. So they would go all the way from side to side. Is that what you're asking, darling? Yeah, Connie says it looks like several different warps. It changes a lot, doesn't it? Which is kind of part of the fun. Yeah. Lori's like, ooh, the sand colors. Ruth is like this. She likes the cinnamon. Uh-huh. Yes, absolutely. Carrie, like, then yes. Lori says, I see a boat neckline A-line dress out of this. Ooh, that'd be pretty, wouldn't it? Like a wintry kind of heavy. Yes, please. Yeah. Yes. Connie, I would love a seamstress. My personal one is too busy to do my stuff. See, and I highly recommend a seamstress. Anyways, so friends, I just wanted to share that with you today as just to give you some ideas and also a little glimpse into past life. I've got a couple more of those that are still just sitting, waiting to grow up and be something someday. I figure if someone ever came up and said like, hey, I'd like to buy a bolt of fabric, I got a few. There we go. Would you like to make A-line dresses out of this? Great. I'll sell it to you. You never know. Okay, friends, let's finish strong, shall we? What else do we have to talk about before I release you into the wild? We mentioned this earlier, but friends, you are always invited to join us over at the Acting Creative Insiders, the membership. We have a free tier if you want to kind of dip your toe in and see what it's like. And then we have multiple paid tiers that you can choose from. I highly recommend the combo tier. It gives you a little taste of all the things, which is amazing. Plus, if you need last minute gifts, if you have people in your family that are like, no, seriously, what do you want for Christmas? An annual membership, you get a discount if you do the whole year. It's a really, really wonderful thing to gift, to have someone gift you or gift yourself. I promise. Okay, friends, don't forget that if you do Facebook, we have a lovely little group. I think Sam, I saw her note where it's like 630 something, which is amazing. Amazing. So you can come over and say hi. Join us in the Facebook group. Be sure to answer the questions. That is one of the ways that we try to keep the place safe from, bots or trolls or whoever. So answer the questions and then join us in the Facebook group, the Acting Creative Community. Also, I mentioned the Handwoven Experience episode this week was all about mercerized versus unmercerized. It's a great episode. Very, very fun. And if you haven't ever kind of compared those two, I did it for you. Come on over and check it out. And then lastly, if you are not yet part of our little online email community, you're invited. Come sign up for the Love Notes. Every Wednesday, I send you a little something just to say hi and say, here's the free content that is available to you this week. And just to touch base, what else? Did I forget anything? Man, we covered a lot today. Keep your eyes open. Yes, Sam, 633. Thank you, darling. Yes, keep your eyes peeled, friends. There'll be a big announcement when we have the tartan instructions, all of that. We'll put together a nice little package for you so that you know what is included there and how to do it. And we'll kind of summarize all of those great little points that Carol talked about. So keep your eyes open. We'll have that up. We'll get that going here pretty soon so we have access to it and we can start weaving our tartan. That's so cool. Next week, I'll be right back here, friends, next week. However, have you looked at the calendar? Both Christmas and New Year's fall on Thursdays this year, so we will not be having Live at the Loom for those 2 Thursdays. So just a note to you'll have a little break. You can be weaving in the meantime. That can be, or spend time with your loved ones. That counts too. That counts too. So for next Thursday, meet me right back here. Hopefully the curtains will be off the loom. That is the hope. Fingers crossed. And you know what your homework is this week. Find just a little minute, just a little time to do something creative just for you, friends. I know you're busy. I know it's a crazy time of year, but you deserve it. A little creativity just for you. All right, my friends, you're amazing. Have a wonderful week and happy weaving.